every name out there is used by 5 bands at least, and we searched new English words and then Avralize it out for us because it meant perception through sound. Oh damn, whoa.
Welcome to the Spencer Whiteout podcast. Rated R.
You have criminal charges, bro. Guess we're avoiding the shark.
No, great turbo neck guy.
I'll give you a kiss. You give me your number.
That checked out a ton, dude. Tell me you felt.
We're Americans. We're the ones that are descendants from the 1776 musket-bearing motherfuckers.
Welcome back to the Spencer Whiteout podcast, where we collect experiences as badges, memories as treasures, and stories as wealth. In this episode, I interview the German metalcore band Avralize. We talk all about their formation, songwriting process, live shows, and debut album, Freaks. Let's dive in. Super stoked to have you guys here. We got the whole band. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you for having us, man.
So why don't you guys introduce yourselves and talk to me about what you do in the band?
So my name is Severin. I'm the singer and screamer.
I'm Philip. I play guitar in the band.
I'm Bastian. I'm the drummer.
I'm Valentin, and I'm the bassist.
There we go. Nice. And so how did you guys all meet? And tell me about the band formation.
My drum teacher and Severin's guitar teacher know each other when we were like 10 years old, and said, yeah, these guys need to come together. And then we started playing in a band and cover stuff. Then it got a little bit more serious. We met Philip. Then 2022, we were like, okay, now we want to try to make it serious. And then we started Avralize.
I joined last year. I found them on Spotify and Instagram, and I was like blown away from the song Freaks, and then I thought, yeah, I'm gonna text them and I'm gonna join them.
It was very good for us because back then we didn't have a bass in our band, so all the bass was from the backing track, and so we're very happy that he joined us because it made the whole thing easier and more fun. Yes.
And like complete.
Yeah, exactly.
The appearance when you are 4-piece and not 3-piece is much better. Also on stage, it looks like it has a lot more energy to it.
True. Within Destruction could take some notes on that.
Oh, yes.
I do love them though, but yeah, they're a 3-piece live, and I'm like, there's not quite as much energy when there's 3 people. When there's 4 though, it looks like a complete unit, a complete band, like you said. So how have live shows been? You guys have only been around for a few years, so talk to me about some of the best and worst live shows.
I think one of the worst experiences live was when we forgot our laptop at home with our backing tracks on. And then we downloaded like the backing track on one of our mobile phones and tried playing that off the mobile phone, and not stable enough for like a decent live show. It always like zipped out and paused and stuff like that, and it was so uncomfortable on stage with that.
It was terrible. So the connection always slipped out if, for example, Severin jumped on stage.
Yeah.
And so one time Sever said to the crowd, so please take a moment, we have to reconnect the backing track. And then I was looking on my broke phone with the backing track on and was like, okay, I have to restart it a certain area from the backing track. And then I clicked on my phone and the whole backing track wasn't there anymore. So we're like on stage in the middle of the set. I tried to find the spot in the backing track to restart the song, and there wasn't a backing track anymore. So there was like a lot of panic, but somehow it appeared again and we managed it, but it was like a very terrible experience. And also we played, I think, in front of 5 people or something like that.
I think we restarted step by step 3 times.
Yeah,
it was so bad. It was so bad.
But I think apart from that, the last few shows were nothing short of amazing. I think one of the best shows that I've played with Avralize was the Chili Con Culture Festival. The crowd responded very well.
400 or 500 people there, and it was very energetic and one of the best shows we played yet.
We're looking forward to do it again this year.
Yeah, have people started to know your music in a live setting yet?
Yeah. We always have one guy, when he's there, he always does the shout out before the freak breakdown. The call out. Yeah, it's very fun.
So I want to get into your songwriting process, and I got to read this Spotify description because I thought it was so cool. Many worlds come together. A mix of vibe, technique, and artistic creativity meets destructive breakdowns, provoking guitar riffs, and catchy choruses. With finesse, the four guys from South Germany strike the perfect balance between the brutality of the deliberately used deathcore elements while incorporating a massive production and exciting grooves that just make you want to dance. Avralize stands for perception through sound. That's why the band has set itself the task of using certain stylistic devices, such as futuristic sounds and melodies, to cast a spell over their fans and let them wander into distant worlds. So, who came up with that long description there? Yeah.
I did.
I read that whole thing and I was like, wow, this is very big, but I thought it was ambitious and I thought it was fun. So I thought it was a good description there.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it because I tried to express what Avralize is for me. It's like a very crazy mix. We try to put in so many influences, but not overpowering anything.
I think it's hard to describe that music that we make.
The point is when we write music, there's no rules. That's also one of the reasons why the songwriting process is one of the most fun. So we have for example, Philip is a really, really great riff writer. Severin is a really great chord progression writer. So everyone collects ideas and then we come together and try to put the songs together with all the ideas we collect individually.
So we all four come together to Basti's place, where he has his setup, and then the whole songwriting that we are making together happens at his place.
Yeah.
The next album is going to be crazy as hell.
Yeah, why is that?
After the Freaks album, but the Freaks album is also very crazy, especially the last track.
We're going to get cancelled.
Loud and abrasive, maybe a little controversial sometimes. You got to get people talking about it. Yeah,
I think we like to surprise listeners.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Well, and speaking of surprises, I want to get into your music videos because Stab by Stab music video had some AI generated stuff in there, and that was a little surprising because I remember right when I started watching it and then your faces started morphing, I was like, oh, okay, that's new. So tell me about kind of the aesthetics of Avralize and some of the music videos you guys have done leading up to Freaks.
We put a lot of thought into our outfits and appearances because we don't want to be seen as the normal metalcore band dressed in black and just being angry all the time. So we pick our outfits in a more futuristic, more colorful, more modern style. And we like to experiment and play a lot with colors. And I think that's important for us to visualize in our videos.
Coming back to the step-by-step video, I think it was not thought out at the beginning while filming it. We weren't oh yeah, let's put AI shit over it, let's do this. But somehow our filmer guy did this in the editing process and we were yo, that's so crazy, let's do this. And yeah, I think it has made a very nice addition to the music video and made it a little bit more vibrant and interesting. Yeah,
totally. I wonder though, like in the future, looking back, you know, how dated this AI stuff will seem and feel to us, because it's like, you got to wonder how many people are going to be experimenting with it, you know, because I've already seen a lot of music videos like that, like even Reflections have done stuff with AI in their videos. So I'm like, you know, right now it's cool and novel, but I'm like, I just wonder what we're going to think, you know, 10 years from now, looking back on all this AI video stuff, you know.
Being honest, I don't think right now, I don't think it's so nice. Back then I was like, oh yeah, everyone's doing it, let's do this. Yeah, it's so great, AI is so great. And yeah, I don't know how it will continue being great or like outdated. I don't know.
When we shoot it step by step, I think that was the time where some bands began to put out AI music videos, something like that. And I think after that time, everyone heard of it. And like you said, Spencer, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, this is good, let's put it in our own music videos.
But like, you know, how long till it becomes oversaturated and people are like, I want something real again. I don't want to keep seeing all these AI videos, you know. Like, I even feel that a little bit with album arts, because I see so many album arts that are all AI, and it's like, I don't know. I mean, some of them are cool, but like nothing beats a real artist making something real, I guess.
For sure, exactly.
I think it's cool that we did it once, but making a complete AI video is kind of overused and outdated already. I think the hype is already over. So I don't think we're using it again in the future.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. You never know. But yeah, I did want to talk to you guys about just the overall aesthetics. And I liked all the different single artworks that were coming out. And I just want to ask about some of that inspiration there. You guys got a lot of neon and rainbow and just cool digital art going on. So can you speak to that?
I had installed Photoshop at my laptop, and I tried to make like very nice cover arts, and then I craved some inspiration on Pinterest, and I found rave posters and like vintage but also futuristic style, and also this 3D modeling stuff, and yeah, totally rang my bell. So,
and yeah, our designer here who made the whole artworks, he also is like into that joyful, colorful, like neon design. We connected and we talked to him, and he showed us a few ideas, and we loved it.
Very modern, but also with substance. Yeah,
and it's very eye-catching, so I thought it was really cool. And I liked seeing the whole series with all the singles coming out. I thought it was really sick.
Nice.
Did you guys start independent, or how did the partnership with Arising Empire come about?
Yeah, we started independent. Yeah, we were forming Avralize and doing our best. But yeah, we got into contact with Arising through the winter time. They were like sending an offer, and we were so stoked because Arising Empire is like the dream label of mine, and I couldn't think of a better partnership for Avralize, and we really like identify with the bands that are on their roster. And then we were like, okay, let's do this. And since then, the partnership was so great, and very happy that we did it.
Yeah, and how have they helped you guys out? What have they brought to the table?
They do like all the distribution stuff, and also they're printing like vinyl right now. They're doing some vinyl and CD issues of Freak's album, and they're like doing all the promo. On YouTube and stuff, they're doing all the promo for us, and that's like a big thing, because we need the support to like pull through, because we're not like full-time musicians. I'm at school right now, he's studying, and Bastian and Valentin too, so we can't dedicate our full time in the band, and having support from Arising Empire is very great.
And I mean, that's how I found out about you guys, was their YouTube channel, because, you know, I like the thumbnails, and Arising Empire usually has some pretty rad bands. So I'll always check it out and see what's happening. And I loved all the new songs that you guys were dropping, and I thought you guys had a lot of potential. So I wanted to reach out. And I did want to ask about the band name. How did you guys get the band name, and is there any meaning there?
we weren't satisfied with any name because every name out there is used by 5 bands at least, and we were searching so bad for a name that doesn't exist. We searched new English words, and there was a website with like new English words, and we got through the list, and then Avralize stand it out for us because it meant something like perception through sound, like visualize, but like Avralize.
But with a U.
Yeah, it was with a U, and then we thought like, yeah, let's do the CNV, and yeah, because we were like so sick and tired of searching for a fitting name, and then yeah, Avralize really got to us. Yeah,
That's cool. I love that. Here, let me look up the definition here. Let's see what it says. Oh, to form a mental representation of what something sounds like.
yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Also, the feelings that are produced by acoustic. That was also a definition.
I think that definition is so proggy. I think if you read this definition, you think like they're playing Animals as Leaders kind of stuff. But I think we are very happy with the definition.
Yeah, it's solid. How often do people mess it up and say Avralize like I said before we started recording?
Almost 100.
Every time.
I think it's very funny, and yeah, I don't think it's a problem.
I have something to add because when I joined the band, I thought it was Avralize. I found out later that it was Avralize.
You're like, I don't want to join this band anymore.
Should have said that.
So I want to talk about your guys' debut album, Freaks. And that was something that really stuck out, was like everything just feels so crisp. You can hear the bass in the mix. And so I just wanted to give you guys a big shout out there for the mix, especially. And I want to ask who mixed it and how that process came about.
So it's Manuel Renner at Überlärm Studios. He's like a really creative guy. He has so much ideas with layering and so much creativity. And as you said, his production itself sounds almost perfect.
And is also like a 5th member of our band, because in the studio he helps us with song structure, with a lot of choices, and he is also a really good songwriter in general. Yeah. And he helps us every time, and it's very good teamwork.
It's a big inspiration for us.
When we finished the Freaks album, he also told us that we were the inspiration for him because we are so open in terms of writing music, and it was like really cool to hear.
Yeah, especially, you know, someone that's been around a long time, seen and heard everything. For him to come across a new band like you guys and be inspired, that must have been a big compliment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. Yes.
Yeah, so let's talk about a track by track of this new album, Lotus. This one is definitely my favorite. It's such an earworm. It's got a huge chorus, super punchy, and then that ethereal ending with like just these heavenly guitars, a thal note, and some tasteful whistles in there as well. I just loved it.
Yeah, I think Lotus is a very special song for us because it has so many things to offer. We weren't like holding anything back. And yeah, it really escalated in the studio, and we were like, oh damn, whoa. It goes like there, then it goes right there, and then it has like blast beats and stuff. And then Manuel, our producer, came up with like, yo, let's put some Western sounds in there and stuff like that. And for the outro, we like had this very simple riff, but then we filled it up with so many samples and the guitar playing over that with the Western licks and stuff like that. And it was so fun. And yeah, it was such a great experience.
Nice. So talk to me about the second track, Higher. This one's got a really catchy anthemic chorus. Tell us about that one.
So Higher was the first track we really worked on with Valentin also. Yeah, and then we came up with this crazy synth in the intro. It was like da 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 da, and we thought like, yeah, let's put it in it. Then we started writing the song, and we wanted to make it very dynamic and with heavy gear changes, and then the catchy chorus I think it's one of my favorite hooks from Avralize because it's like so dancey.
I think it's one of my favorites too because it has this anime intro part right after the first hook.
Especially live, we're doing like a big wall of death every time we play that song, and it's very, very fun. Yeah.
Dude, I just watched Dune Part 2, and in it, they had a wall of death, and I was like, that's so hardcore. You know, like the army's just running, crashing. I leaned over to my friend, and I was like, that's a wall of death right there, dude.
It is a great film. It is a great film.
No spoilers.
Yeah. All right, so how about track number 3, Bright?
Pride is a very special song for us because we try to do like a chill song and more with the feelings. Yeah, I love the hook. I love how it turned out.
The song structure in Bright is a little more basic, like Lotus, for example, but it's also like very, very catchy, very playful. So it's a very cool song.
It's also a very fun song to play live. Especially the breakdown, ooh, 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 and everyone's like dancing crazy. Yeah.
And then track number 4, Stab by Stab. This one's super heavy, super groovy, really bouncy track. Tell us about that one.
We're step by step, we try to like punch the crowd in the face.
Just make a very heavy song that slaps.
Yeah, too much.
Solid. And then track number 5, Canvas.
Oh, that's a special track. We chanted like so hard, and then we put
Don't spoil it.
a very special thing on it. It's like one big surprise, and no one's going to
Maybe two.
like think of that.
You will hear it and think, why?
Yeah, but in a good way. But in a good way. Yeah.
It's my favorite.
All right, cool. All right, now track number 6, Alive. What can you tell us about this one?
It's a very technical song, and just a very big chorus.
When tracking that chorus, we were doing like layer by layer and layer by layer and layer and layer and layer after layer, and we putting it together. And with every other producer, I think it would have gotten way out of hand. But with Manuel, he masters this composition.
That's like the second song Severin sent me. And I said that I was interested in the band, and he sent me a pre-production of Alive. I was hooked on the spot when I heard the first verse because that was like the best thing I ever heard. And then I was like, I have to join this band because they write the music that I want to hear, you know?
Yeah, that's great. And then track number 7, Overdose. This one had a really cool, longer, softer intro. And then, of course, when the guitars come in, they've got like a really crazy, glitchy effect on them. You got a nice solo in the middle there, and then a big breakdown at the end. This is just an overall really solid track.
In Overdose, it was like, maybe life's hard sometimes. And we have to embrace that side also. And yeah, it's a very special song for me. It's the most emotional song, I would say. Yeah.
I think it's a very cool mixture. So you got that melancholy vibe, slow intro with those like kind of very soft vocals, and then you got a massive chorus, and after that it don't go slow again. You got a technical gen verse, I don't know what to call it, in your face, and it's a very cool mixture, and we're happy that the song gets a great response from a lot of people.
And it also has the deepest breakdown we've ever written.
So far. So far.
Yeah, so far. And then talk to me about track number 8, Freaks.
Freaks was the first real song we wrote as Avralize, and yeah, it was like the song that defined Avralize as a band project with the deep breakdown, but also the melodic stuff after that, and like the feeling of community and being open to everyone and like embracing ourselves as freaks.
And then, do you guys have favorite lyrics from this new album?
So my favorite lyric is out of Freaks. It's aren't we all just freaks? And I think that's a line I'm very proud of because everyone's a freak in some type of way. It's just a thing.
Gotcha, yeah. And so if you guys could have one thing people could take away from listening to your music, what do you think that message would be?
Yeah, be yourself and just...
Be be a freak.
Yeah. It's just like be yourself and have fun. You only live once and you want to live great and not hiding from people. So like embrace yourself and be happy.
And so coming up in 2024, let's talk about your upcoming plans. Obviously, the debut album Freaks is releasing this month, and you guys got a few upcoming shows. So talk to us about that.
We're playing with Defocus and Consumer and Mavis in Aalen. That's like an hour drive away. And we're so stoked playing this show with such awesome bands. And then we're playing our own release party, and then there's the release party of Venues, also a band we admire. And yeah, we're so stoked to like get in the scene a little bit more. Yeah, and there's also a very nice festival we're playing with Attila and Born of Osiris. And yeah, it's one of the great music shows like in our local range, and we're proud to be playing that. Yeah,
Brad.
I think Valentin has maybe something to add.
What do you think I have
Maybe. So we're like planning on touring maybe this year. We never been on a tour or something like that, but we want it so bad. And yeah, there's also some nice festivals in summer coming up.
Sweet.
Looking forward to
and we're gonna
shows.
keep grinding, hustling, and writing new music and producing new videos, and you're gonna see it as soon as possible.
Yeah, right on. And so where can people connect with you?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep. People know.
Yeah, come to shows. It's so important, and we really appreciate everyone coming out. Yeah, it's always so fun connecting with people, and over social media it's also very fun. So like, thank you for having us. It was so awesome.
Thank you. It was so honored. Thank you so much. And sorry for our
cool.
English.
We were like so nervous at the beginning. Damn.
The point is everyone is out of school for several years and we never talk English.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, leave a rating/review. 5 stars is a power play. I want to welcome any new listeners and let you know that there's lots more metalcore band interviews coming soon, so be sure to follow the show and connect with me on social medias at Spencer Whiteout. Also, be sure to check out my feature film Space Waves on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and YouTube. As always, stay tuned, stay hyped. That's a wrap.
Inserting exclusive audio recording from the vault.
Bro, Spencer, hey, this Avralize band or whatever, it's fucking sick, dude. Let's go fucking see him. Like, it's getting me fucking pumped up right now, dude. Dude, not this weekend, but next weekend we got some action, is that right? You gonna see some Alpha Wolf, baby? Pretty stoked. Get a mirror? Let's get it.
And that's it.